Hey, what's up? This is Jason Drone. Welcome to today's presentation. Today is episode 89 of GSDdaily, and we're going to talk about Facebook retargeting. So this entire week, we've been talking about retargeting. Monday, we kind of set up the reasons why retargeting works. Tuesday, we talked about pixel data. Yesterday, we talked about banners, and we kind of rehashed pixel data and audiences. And today, we're going to talk about Facebook. So Facebook, there's a couple different ways to set up Facebook retargeting. We're going to talk about setting it up natively inside the Facebook platform. But if you were on yesterday's call, then you know that AdRoll also lets you set up retargeting. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Jason Drone, creator at doneforyou.com. We specialize in three things: creating offers, building sales funnels, and setting up marketing automation and traffic. And today we're going to talk about that third thing, which is basically re-engaging people who have already been to your website, who have watched a little bit of a video, or maybe a lot of bit of a video. Maybe they signed up for a webinar. Maybe they watched a video on Facebook. Maybe they watched a live stream, for 10 seconds or 15 seconds or 25%. And we were trying to re-engage them back into your website or a sales video or a sales page or an order form or an add to cart or whatever. That's all the stuff that retargeting is really good for. By and large, though, retargeting is really, really great in terms of re-engaging and generating, some crazy return on ad spend and return on investment when you are looking at all of the different types of ads that you can run. So one of the things that we always talk about early on, is using your pixel data, using your buyers, using your people who have already been to your audience or already been to your website. They've already watched some videos. They already know who you are. And then very simply showing them the ad to then send them to your next product or your next service or whatever. And those people are uniquely positioned to buy faster and to buy a lot more. Now, today we're going to dig into Facebook. So if we look, so there's basically two different things that we're going to need to talk about. So let me throw them up on the screen here, and let's see, there we go. So we're going to be talking about Canva, which is a really quick way of generating some nice Facebook banner ads. We're also going to be talking about audiences. So your audiences are the people who see your ads. And we have a post. We have an old, not an old, but we have a post here that walks through, so this is the second Facebook retargeting campaign presentation we've done. So I'm just going to drop it here. You can check out the old video if you like. So, and then the new video is up at the top of the presentation. So if you want to subscribe to our show, just hit the subscribe button. Now, so Facebook retargeting ads is really, there's two elements, two pieces. So the first thing you need audiences. Yesterday, we set up audiences inside Facebook. And an audience setup is really as simple as this. So you create an audience and you can create the custom audience. You can create a lookalike or special ad audience. We're going to go into custom audience. So you have lots of choices here. Now, your website audience is going to be anybody, so anything website related. So if they were on a specific page, if they were on an order form, if they were on your homepage or sales page or a blog page or a content page or whatever, basically the anything that is website related. Then you have your customer list. So this is data related. So you have a prospect list of 10,000 prospects. You have a buyer's list of 5,000 buyers. You can upload them right to Facebook, and Facebook is going to match like 60% of those people, maybe a little better now. But they're going to match as many of those email addresses as it possibly can to user records on Facebook. And then it's going to show your ad directly to them. That's retargeting. Then we have app activity. So you can create an audience of people who have, launched your app or your game inside Facebook. And then we have offline activity. These two, you don't see a whole lot, not in our world. Then we have some other Facebook sources. We have your videos. We use videos all the time. So if somebody watches 10 seconds or more of a video, then, or 15 seconds of a video, or 25% of a video, all the way up to 100% of a video, you can put them in a special campaign. We have an Instagram account, so we can create an audience of people who visited or liked an Instagram page, lead forms, events, Facebook pages, shopping, and marketplace listings. The three that we use most often: website, customer list, videos. Sometimes for our influencers, we always do like the Instagram account stuff too. Lead forms for our service-based companies for the most part, like, somebody who wants like instant leads for then callbacks. You can think like cash for house kind of real estate professionals, any financial planning, legal, like all of that stuff. We do a lot of lead forms with. The events, instant experiments, Facebook page, we do a little bit of here and there for somebody who has a lot of, very, very similar to the Instagram account, the influencers. If you have a lot of data on your Facebook page, then we will use that. But by and large, website, customer list, video. So if you're setting up a website audience, then in setting up a website audience, what you do is you hit the website. Then how you create this thing is we end up going into, all right, so we're grabbing the pixel, and then all website visitors who have visited some page in the last 30 days. So we are going to just customize this a little bit, and people who visited specific web pages, and the URL has to contain, let's say, the word funnel. So what this does is it lets you build some audiences on the words in the URL. And of course, the words in the URL have to do with the subject titles. So this is like a super, super ninja trick. So you can basically put together buckets of people who just are on your website for funnels, or just ad management, or just, woodworking projects, or just, supplements, or whatever. So you can create silos of people doing something like this. Then we want to name the audience, and usually I just have like a denotation. So sometimes it's like cold, warm, hot. What I've been doing lately is X1, X2, X3 for their levels of engagement. So X1 is cold, X2 is warm, X3 is hot. So we're just going to say X1 website. So this is going to be funnel visitor. Okay. Then we're going to create that audience. It's going to ask us if we want to create a lookalike audience or create an ad. We don't want to do either at this point. We could. Then we have our audience up above, and it's populating. So it's not available yet, but we can add it into an ad if we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Canva. We're going to create an ad. In this ad, I actually created one yesterday. So this ad, is this the one I created yesterday? Yep, automated profits. So let me just check and see what the size, 1200 by 628. So we're going to download this guy because this is a Facebook level ad. It's Facebook size. So we're going to download this. Then, and we can do all kinds of things. Like if you wanted to do some split tests, we can drop some different photos in the back. So we can drop some photos, not that that's a great one. So we can drop some different photos. We don't want this one. So we want it to be the background. And then we can make this a little bit gradient. There we go. Or we can move this whole thing over. And then maybe make this bigger. All right. So then that, we're probably going to want to clean this up a little bit. So there. And we're going to move that over. And there we go. So not that that's a great ad, but automated profits, click here to register. We're going to go ahead and download this guy. So now we have a couple different ads that we're going to split test. All right. It looks like we got 2. So now our audiences are created. Our ads are created. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over into Ad Manager here. We're going to create a new campaign. All right, so Ads Manager, there we go. Now we're going to just create. So we're going to load the creation process. Now this is an image-based ad. It's going to be retargeting. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set it up as a traffic ad. Traffic ad, we can do engagement, we can do conversions, but traffic is always good to start with. Then we want to name the campaign. So this is a retargeted ad. So we're going to I'm going to call it an X3. So like the upper level of retargeted. So this is going to be a funnel retargeted ad dynamic. We're just going to set it up as dynamic because we have two images on there. Then we have an ad set. So this is going to be X3 45 to 64 male. And then the ad is just going to be X3 dynamic. So we're setting this ad up from scratch. We're going to hit continue. Then, so now we're in our little creation screen, our creation widget. So we're going to go in here and we have, okay. So we're going to scroll down. So this is our campaign name. Campaign looks okay. We're going to do campaign budget optimization. Then this is auction. This is a traffic campaign. So that's all good. We're going to set up the ad set. So the ad set, because this is a retargeted campaign, it gets really, really simple. We're going to add dynamic creative here too. But because this is a retargeted campaign, there's only one audience that we need to target, and that's that funnel. X1 funnel visitor. That's the funnel visitor that we just set up. So our potential reach is unavailable at the moment because it hasn't got done calculating. And then we're going to take off the United States. It can be anywhere around the world, as long as they've been to a page on Done For You that has the word funnel in the URL. Then the age group, we kind of already defined it up top, but it's going to be 45 to 64. 45 to 64. All genders, all demographics, languages. I usually just have English. And then show more options. You can get into like these, but this is retargeted ads. So it's going to be automatic placements. These people already know who you are. So if it shows up on their mobile, it shows up in, in a video, it shows up on whatever, it's fine. On a audience network, it's fine. Then we're going to click next. So here we're going to set up the ad. So it goes campaign, then ad set, then ad. And here we're going to scroll down. We're going to select the two images that we just grabbed from Canva there. So we're going to hit downloads. So these are the two images that we just created. So these are the ones we just pulled down, and neither one of them are particularly great, but they serve a purpose, which is just kind of setting this thing up. Then optimize creative for each person. That's fine. The primary text is going to be how. We're just going to fill in the primary text. We're going to fill in the headline. So headline shows up. Let's see, we need to set a destination link. So headline is going to be click here for more. Description is learn more about sales funnels. This is not the best ad. I'm just merely showing you how to set one of these up in the system. HTTPS doneforyou.com. All right, so there's our ad. Then we have doneforyou.com, click for more. That sucks, but whatever. Facebook pixel, and then we can add some URL parameters in here so we can track them, from a UTM standpoint. And that's it. So this particular ad, we can show some different, so the primary text up top, we can add some different options, and that's the dynamic part. So Facebook is going to serve multiple images, multiple primary text, multiple headlines, multiple, descriptions. So it finds the best set of them, and then it basically reports back to you. Not reports, you have to go find it, but it'll show you combination of ads work the best. And then you can really drill down on those and then pull out the non-performers and then add more in. So it's super, super nice. And Facebook rewards you for doing this by giving you cheaper clicks, cheaper leads, and all of that stuff, which we were really, really hesitant to do it this way at first because we didn't, it's like Facebook is controlling the split test. So we weren't, we're kind of worried that some of the data would get lost. We couldn't actually see the winners, but it ended up working out really, really, really well. So it's the dynamic creative is how we, roll out a lot of stuff now. And then under primary text. So we can add a couple different scenarios. So what would another one be? I'm not real good at writing copy on the fly. Like talking through it, obviously sitting down, thinking about the copy, like I can get it, but writing while I'm talking doesn't work a whole lot. So writing copy for a new funnel. Let us give you some ideas. All right, so there you go. When you preview this, so if we view more variations, then we can see that we basically have two levels of text. So we have two different things. So we go here, and then our second variation is this, writing copy for a new funnel. Let us give you some ideas. Then we have two images. So one image is that, and then the next image is that. And Facebook is going to, rotate these on demand. Then we only have one headline, one description, one call to action. So, and then if you scroll through these, then you see all the different formats that this ad is going to show up under. Facebook in-stream video mobile. So this is just a mobile ad. This guy, to deliver the Facebook in-stream video, change the media for this placement to a video. So not all of these are viewable like through this little preview tool. But you get a pretty good idea of how it all works. And then you just hit publish. So I'm not going to publish it. It's just going to be draft. I just wanted to, set up the scenario for you. But by and large, you're going to be able to set up some really, really great retargeted campaigns using Canva, to design your banners and thinking about your audiences. And that's really the hardest part is just, coming up with how the audience is going to be structured, what you need to do in order to ascend a prospect from one level to the next. So from somebody who just learns about you, just becomes aware of you, all the way to, somebody who's warm, they're engaged, they're interested, and then ultimately to somebody who is turned into a buyer, who is a buyer. That ascension is where retargeted really comes into play. So with the Facebook setup strategies that I just showed you, you should be able to set them up pretty quick. If you have any questions at all, if you would like some help, you would like to go through an action plan call where we look at your funnel, we look at your ads, look at your traffic sources, all that other stuff, go to doneforyou.com/start, set up a call with my team and I. Fill out the little form, which is going to tell us about your business so that we can do a little bit of research before we get on the phone with you. That way, when it comes time for the call, we already know what you're doing. Go to doneforyou.com/start. Set up a call, and we will be happy to, put together an action plan for you. And I'll talk to you soon. All right. Thanks.